Hi guys, and welcome back here to Drone Emotion, a channel where we do drone videos and where we cover the most relevant drone news. Today my friends, we're back here once again with breaking news, and this time we're going to be talking about the upcoming third generation DJI Mavic Air drone, which we know it will be called the DJI Air 2S. Okay, and in this video we're going to be sharing with you a video that we got of what could very well be the DJI Air 2S. I mean, what we have right here is something very special, and I think a lot of you guys are going to be pretty excited when you see this video. So in today's video we're going to be covering all of the info regarding the DJI Air 2S, the new transmission system that it will have, and a whole lot more info you don't want to miss out, my friends. Today's video is going to be an extremely exciting one and you don't want to miss out on it, my friends. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because in this channel we will always be the first ones to bring you the latest drone news. And also, we're getting close to 5,000 subscribers, so if you're new to the channel, I will truly appreciate you hitting the subscribe button so that we can get to that 5,000 subscriber goal, which you were very close from. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video, which is going to be an extremely exciting one, to say the least. So I don't know if you guys, if you missed out on our last video where we talked about the third generation Mavic Air drone, make sure you check it out. It's an extremely exciting one. We talk about all the FCC filings, we go in depth, analyze everything, so make sure you check that out if you haven't done already. But because today we're going to be talking about a video that we got of what could very well be the official product. Okay, now in case you don't know, my friends, the third generation Mavic drone is going to be coming out. Okay, and it's going to be called the DJI Air 2S, and that is because an FCC filing was just found confirming this. So we're gonna go ahead and share it real quick with all of you to see. And there we have it. So that is the new name of the Mavic Air drone. Okay, and we know that the battery size will not change. Okay, we know that it will have a 3500 mAh battery, and it's going to have a voltage of 11.55, which is the exact same thing of what we find on the Mavic Air 2, which was launched last year in April. Okay, now I don't know if you guys remember, but around November, Osita LB posted a video of a very interesting Mavic Air 2. And a lot of people were saying, oh, could that be the Mavic 3, Mavic 3 Pro, Mavic Air 3? Well, I think I know what that was and what it will be. Okay, so without any much further ado, I'm going to go ahead and share it with all of you right here on screen. There we have it. So I think, my friends, that could very well be the DJI Air 2S. And why am I saying this? Well, we know for a fact that the shape of the drone will be extremely similar to what we find on the DJI Mavic Air 2, and we know that the design of this drone will be something similar to what happened with the Mini 2 and the Mavic Mini, where just a few things were changed, such as the transmission and the camera, and it looks like that was exactly what this Mavic Air 2 suffered. Okay, so the first thing that we see is a bigger camera. Okay, and what could this sensor be? Well, we know, thanks to Cyril B, a couple days ago, he shared with us this tweet. He said, what will happen if a Sony IMX686 sensor was fitted on to a Mavic Air 2? And well, I think that is what that video which I just shared with you, I think that's the sensor that drone has, which could very well be the DJI Air 2S. So we know that sensor is a 1/1.7 inch sensor, which is a slightly bigger sensor than what we find on the Mavic Air 2. So keep in mind that a bigger sensor will perform always better in low light scenarios. So that's a huge prop. Okay, now we also know that it's able to shoot up to 4K at 60 and shoot 64 megapixel pictures, okay, compared to the 48 megapixel pictures that you can get with the Mavic Air 2. So first thing that we can tell is the camera. We know that the camera will be the biggest thing that we will change on the DJI Air 2S, and it looks like a Sony IMX686 sensor will be fitted onto the DJI Air 2S. Okay, now what else do we have on that video? Well, we know that the battery will stay the same, the size will not change, and it will be the same as the Mavic Air 2. And from that video we can tell, if we put the drone this way, we can tell that the battery is exactly the same. So again, the FCC filing matches with this video that we got a couple months back from OCLB, so we check that off. Okay, we know that the battery will stay the same and it looks the same on that video. Now, what other thing do we have with the Mavic Air 2S? Okay, it looks like we might be getting forward or up, or what it was called, we might be getting upwards obstacle avoidance, my friends, and this will be in order to avoid obstacles while flying and things like where we're flying under bridges or things of that nature, or under trees or that thing. And I think this is something really nice to have. Okay, it looks like we will not have 360-degree obstacle avoidance because that's left for the Pro version, okay, which is the Mavic 2 Pro in this case. Okay, so but it looks like DJI will be adding upwards obstacle avoidance. So that means we will have forward, upward, and downward. So I think that's more than enough for most pilots. Okay, so I think that's definitely something pretty big. And the last thing that I want to talk about, so as of right now we have talked about 3 important improvements, which is camera, okay, we have talked about the sensors, and let's go ahead and talk about the third one, and that is the transmission system. Okay, I'm thinking, my friends, that the Mavic Air 2S will have a different transmission. Okay, so the Mavic Air 2 has an OcuSync 2.0, okay, which keeps us around 6.5 miles or 10 kilometers. Okay, now DJI just released OcuSync 3.0, which gives us less latency. Okay, so definitely I'm feeling very confident that the DJI Air 2S could definitely have OcuSync 3.0. Okay, and that's also based on what happened with the Mini and the Mini 2, where DJI decided to release a new Mini drone, but just changed 2 things, and it was the camera and the transmission. I think DJI might be doing something similar over here with the DJI Air 2S, where there are just a few improvements, not a whole redesign, but something pretty big in order for people to want to go ahead and get this new updated version. I think those are the biggest things that DJI will be doing. And also AirSense or ADS-B. Okay, we know that ADS-B was included on Mavic Air 2 drones, but only for the North American versions, and that was because there was a shortage in chips due to the COVID pandemic. Okay, so hopefully we should now get ADS-B receivers on all Mavic Air 2S's drones globally. So I think those are the 4 things as of right now that we know might be going on with the DJI Air 2S. Now, we still don't know if this is going to be the Air 2S, okay, but I would expect to see some, if this is not the final product, I would expect to see something pretty similar to this. Okay, so definitely do not expect a huge redesign, as we have already mentioned. That has been confirmed thanks to the FCC filing. So that's all that I have for all of you today, my friends. I think this info is something very, very exciting. Okay, we should be seeing some new leaks in the upcoming days. So as soon as those go out, we're gonna keep you guys updated here on the channel. That's all I have for all of you today. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Drone Emotion, signing out.